じわるな責めを立てて買ってあげる
I'm afraid that I do not understand the question. If you could perhaps ask another one or rephrase it.
Death. The last and most important chapter to life. It's what every living thing must face eventually. The heart stops beating. Your breathing stops, leading to only your brain giving you a 7-minute dream of your entire life, flashing before your very eyes. Time slows down as you dream into the life you once had, thinking you are just living your everyday life, when in reality, you are dying, and then you are gone. Meeting a dark, cloaked figure known as the Grim Reaper, Death. You follow Death, going to the mysterious dark afterlife. However, Death is nor evil nor good. It is practically just a result. The Grim Reaper is also a live streamer. Yes, that is right. The Grim Reaper may be taking lives, but this Reaper is not only taking lives, but our hearts with her spitting bars, wholesome dad vibes, gamer skills, work ethic that would make any CEO cream their pants. And lastly, we cannot forget the beautiful relationship with her wife Takanashi Kiara.
Can you stop? Can we not do this?
Okay. Sorry to spit facts, Callie, but you know it's true. Hello, my beautiful breadlo... Wait a second. Something doesn't feel right here. Hold on. There, that's it. Hello, my beautiful breadloaves. It's me, your boy, Lo-Fi Wi-Fi, with finally the 3rd episode of VTuber Lore, talking about Calliope Mori, from Hololive Ian Holomyth. We know and love the person who's behind the role of the avatar, with their personality, their vibes, and nature that gives us all sorts of emotions that activates the serotonin to our brains. However, what a lot of people never seem to eye on is what is the story behind the avatar itself. With the design, looks, and features, it's almost a character in of itself, without the person playing the role. Well, that's where I come in. I go around the depths to find the secret files and put it all in a video for all of you to see. And well, as a ghost, I actually do need to ask her a question, which is how I died, since I do not remember anything how I died or my past life. And hopefully Callie can help me out, but we'll worry about it later. Well, my breadloaves, this is the lore of Calliope Mori. I hope you all enjoy.
Let's fuck shit up! Hametsu wa koko desu desu!
Ever since life existed, death was born, which is how Callie was born. The birthing process for Reapers is still a mystery, since they are immortals and existed since life has existed. A theory I have is when a living thing dies, a Reaper is born, but it is my only way to make sense of it as to why Reapers are older and some are younger. However she was born, it is safe to say that the experience is so incomprehensible that even if it was explained to mortals, it would be a challenge to understand. Regardless, Callie was born. Her birthday April 4th, which makes her an Aries, and her height is 5'6". Despite being a Grim Reaper, Callie's personality has been described as timid at first, but once she gets comfortable, she shows off her cool and professional attitude with her casual gaming skills, hard avid work ethic, and her biggest passion of all, which is music. One of the major things that she always had part of her life? Callie was raised and grew up with her mom, dad, and little sister, living in the Underworld, which, fun fact, is a copy of Japan and Texas from what Callie has said, which sounds cool as shit to me. It is implied that Callie's parents are divorced, since she mentioned that she has a lot of step-siblings, but however, it seems that they were both still around her pretty often. So, for the most part, family life was pretty dope. Papa Reaper apparently is a piano comedian and a tattoo enthusiast, while Mama Mori is a gym enthusiast. As a child, Callie may have had a cool-ass family, but as a kid growing up, she was known to be quite a rebellious little Reaper. During her elementary years, she would get into detention often in school for getting into fistfights, beating up bullies that were quite disrespectful little shits.
I never got detention for being late, but if I really think back, the main reasons that I got detention were actually, there were two. There's the more lame reason, which is just not doing my homework. Straight up just not like turning the shit in. Yeah, that's probably the lamest reason. The other reason was because there was a time in my life where I got into some fights, mostly in elementary school. In elementary, bunch of little Reapers are very feisty and not very nice to each other. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but that was a bad time for me.
Got my respect, yo. During her adolescence, her teenage rebellion grew immensely, involving herself drinking underage, smoking cigars, never paying much attention to school since she was either too busy writing offensive rap songs or teaching the younger Reapers scythe lessons. So yeah, she wasn't exactly the say-so type as a kid. But hey, she grew up, matured, just like any other Reaper teen. And besides, if you're living in the Underworld with a bunch of Grim Reapers, say-so's a bit of a rarity with a bunch of dead folks. For instance, the Underworld may be just an exact copy of the modern world, that is a mixture of Japan and Texas, but the differences are clear. In the Underworld, it's described as always hot, the only civilians you see is either Reapers or demons, and if you are a Reaper civilian, it seems that reaping souls is a requirement to do, which, duh. If you're a Grim Reaper, then it's something that you're destined to do. So, Callie has been doing this for a while, and she was good at it. Really good. Until she appeared. The Phoenix Bird, an immortal bird associated with Greek mythology, known to symbolize immortality, resurrection, and life after death. Basically, the symbol of the paradise in the afterlife. Warm, bright, and positive. Well, recently, the phoenix has shapeshifted itself into a human just to see the beautiful world that she holds dear. Callie, on the other hand, just saw her as just another soul to reap, and as Callie raised the scythe and swinged to make another casual slay, the woman was still alive. The wound she had healed instantly as if nothing had happened, since the woman just turned around and joyfully smiled to see Callie. The woman's name was Takanashi Kiara, the Phoenix. Callie was confused and obviously baffled at what she just saw with her very eyes. With this incident, things began to become even stranger. It was then during this time, with the modern age, humans were starting to advance with medicine, safety, etc., that business with Reapers was starting to become slower. It did still exist, but not as much as it needed to. So with that, and Kiara now harassing poor Callie, Callie was stuck. She didn't know what to really do next. So she went to the only guidance she could think of. Her master that taught her the ways of what it's like to be a Reaper. The Death Sensei. She goes to the sensei, asking in desperation on what is there to do next. Well, with a bit of thinking, Death Sensei had an idea. To send Callie over to the human world, and so Callie was transformed into a human, and off to the overworld she went. So now, a fresh start, fresh skin, and a new world with new possibilities. So, what was it like? Well, to quote Grimm from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy,
being mortal, I have no powers. I get beat up every 2 minutes. I have to go to the bathroom all the time. I mean, what else could possibly go wrong?
well, It wasn't so dramatic with Callie. It was just mainly just something to adapt to. It was more of a fondness to having new experiences, like eating, exercising, sleeping, and being able to experience her passion for music once more. So, she was truly living, working as a waitress for a bit to get by, slowly becoming sick of the rude customers. It was time for something new. Until one day, guess who shows up? Kiara with a simple answer. Become an idol in Hololive. Callie was against this at first, thinking idols were nothing but lying, fake, and promoting a false dream. However, one day she met Milky Queen, showed her what being an idol was all about. It was opportunity, not only for something with more purpose, but also to finally really start her music career. So, she saved as much money as she can to get the cheapest flight to Japan. And off she went, to chase a dream that she didn't know that she could even have. It was like rolling the dice off of a demon. You just don't know if you can really trust it, since it seemed too good to be true. But, after watching people like Pakora, Coco, and Suse, she was at least going to give it a shot. So, she set her audition on Hololive, waited for a few days, and in the middle of a scythe lesson, Callie was hired. And the rest was history. Now officially on a hiatus from reaping, Callie began her idol career in Hololive, streaming, playing games, meeting new friends, and one way she met her friends was by being captured by a time-traveling detective and being interrogated. And lastly, having bangers of songs, something she was deeply passionate about, can now finally express it with her fans known as deadbeats, which are the Reap Souls or humans that are major fans of her. With the number one deadbeat being Callie's grandma. She has all the albums from what Callie has made. Coolest grandma ever. So, now we see Callie today, who was once a dead girl working, to now, well, still a dead girl working, but I will say, a lot more alive now, I am sure. I guess you can say Callie got her life after death. There's just one more thing though. Did she reap my soul when I died? If so, how did I die? I don't remember. Nothing about my past life. I needed to find out.
Side items be sold separately? I do not think so. It's all part of the deal. You get like a enamel pin and stuff? Well, hold up.
A few minutes later.
Well, that didn't work. Guess I'll have to try a different way to ask her.
Thank you, deadbeats! I love you all! Good night!
Pretty fun concert there tonight.
Who are you? How did you get in here?
Well, when you're a ghost looking for a reaper, you have your ways. I just phased through the wall is all.
What do you want?
Nice to meet you, Callie. It's simple, really. I am a ghost who doesn't remember anything from my past life. And since you're the only one who is open about being a reaper, I figure I'd come to you.
Well, if you don't remember anything from your past life, then I don't know how I could help you.
Well, I understand that, but I have items, though. Maybe you reaped a soul who had these items. Like, here, just take a look here.
Listen, I've reaped many souls before. Most items I see when I reap a soul are always the same I've seen before. I think I know why you lost your memory now.
Why is that?
Well, sadly, there's nothing I can do with this. However, I do know someone who is an expert with these kinds of things. Show her this ring, and she should be able to help you from there.
Another fucking dead end. Well, guess if Callie can't help me, guess Go to the next one. Nothing. That's where the hell she is. Just met her. Callie said she can help.